Good one, back. Yeah. Probably check in on Jenny. How's she doing with this whole? This is different now.
Yeah, I mean, she already asked me for a Canada Goose jacket. So,
Yikes.
yeah, exactly. That is a Christmas gift.
All right. Hopefully it goes okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we saw the full shoulder pads, just limited opportunities, right? And being pads. How'd you feel today went just in that aspect?
Yeah, I thought they handled that well. Good energy. You know, the way we structured practice to how we want to play the game. And I think they took to that, and great communication out there, especially, you know, anticipating it being pretty loud this weekend. I think they took that to heart, and I think we executed pretty well today.
We talked to Jeremy Springer a little bit before just about the energy and the excitement and the level of anticipation for a game of this magnitude in the building. And he talked about the level of consistency that Mike Vrabel kind of preaches every day. What's your feeling from that standpoint about the level of excitement coming into a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, especially for the players, like, you know, they're well aware of what's at hand here, but I think Vrabes does a phenomenal job of just, you know, keeping everybody grounded to the same routine we've had all season that's got us to this point. And again, I don't think we get too high, we don't get too low, and we just, you know, plan and execute and prepare like we have all season.
What is it about their running game that is challenging? I think it's 5.1.
Yeah, 5.1.
Average. Obviously, Josh is part of that, but I mean,
Yeah.
So what is the running?
Yeah. First of all, Joe's got pretty good scheme. They mix it up pretty well, and they also do what they do well, and they'll repeat it. They got a lot of talent. They got a cohesive offensive line. You know, they got an extremely talented running back. They have a quarterback that can take it the distance anytime he wants to. You know, a lot of threats. You know, the passing game, how efficient they are in the passing game can, you know, affect the running game. And I think they have committed to it. And they've done a good job of it. And it's just a mix of the talent, the scheme, the commitment. It makes it a tough game.
How great a challenge is Josh Allen, both physically and mentally, to a defense?
Yeah, I mean, he's, you know, obviously we all know up there, upper echelon of physically talented. And it can, you know, it can be frustrating at times when you feel like you're in good coverage, you have good rush lanes, you know, maybe you have a good pressure called, and next thing he just sidesteps it and he's gone. And, you know, we just have to do a great job of understanding, like, you know, this guy's going to make plays. He is. He's uber talented. He's top in the league, you know, and we just got to understand that because of that, we can't get too high, too low, whatever it may be, and get us out of us or get us frustrated. We can't be frustrated with it.
Obviously, there's no perfect formula to rushing Josh Allen, but what did you feel like you guys did well that you'd like to repeat, and what are some things that maybe you feel like you can improve on from that last meeting?
Yeah, I mean, always can improve on it, and just always being coordinated and understanding where he is, what's my plan going into it, and knowing where I can't get on him, and us working together. And sometimes the coverage can affect that. Sometimes whatever the call may be, you know, if it's pressure, not pressure, or whatever it may be, of how we have to be disciplined in our rush lanes. And there's a few that we'd like back from the last game, but we're definitely harping on it and working on it.
How excited do you get for matchups like this when you're playing this, you know, kind of fun test match against the reigning MVP? How happy do you get?
I mean, you're definitely worried about him. So, I mean, you know, I'm same each week. I think we all are. I don't think just because it's the reigning MVP, we got to get too high for it. We just understand the challenge, and it's a challenge. And obviously, you know, that is fun, but we can't, like I said earlier, you can't get outside the routine and the preparation that you normally do for it.
We saw Elijah Ponder spend some time inside against Jackson Dart. What was the idea behind that? What makes him kind of a valuable player that you feel you can move around?
Yeah, I think Elijah's got some versatility. Can do multiple things in there. Get another good rusher inside. And, you know, it's not always just going to be him. It can be a bunch of other people. But that game just kind of played out like that. But he definitely has some versatility that helps with that.
Play offenses that motion as much as the Bills do. Just what's sort of the keys is just communication. Like what kind of goes into preparing for that?
Yeah, anticipation's a huge part of it. You just can't, break the huddle and think, okay, I'm set now. You got to anticipate motion. We've played offenses that do motion as much, but yeah, they do a lot of good eye candy, fast motion and coming back, empty back out, indicator motions. We just got to anticipate, and we got to talk to each other about the anticipation, how things can change out there. And like you said, the communication is a huge part of that.
Zach, can you give us a feel, if at all, how much you're able to lean on Terrell at this time of year?
As far as
Communicating.
no, I mean it's the same with T. Just always checking in on him more about life than anything. But yeah, if I ever have a question, he's always available 100%. He gives me great advice whenever I call him or he swings by. Yep.
You mentioned how the Bills kind of do what they do and they do it well. It seems like mesh is something they're really comfortable using and continue to have success. What allows them to be so consistent, even if sometimes other teams can see it coming?
Yeah, it's kind of like with the run game. If you run the mesh concept, 100 times, you're going to be pretty good at it. And I think they do a great job of sticking to what they're really good at. And it's one of those, defensively, if you do something well, even if there might be recognition of what you're doing, but you're on it and you understand what the beaters are and how to adjust if they're playing this or this or this, keep calling it. If you keep executing it, even if it's, you see it coming. Execution beats scheme any day of the week.
Quick Christian question. What have you just observed from Christian in terms of his growth this season and sort of where his arrow is?
Yeah, his arrow's up. Christian does a great job of being an ultimate pro. He works day in day. He cares a lot. And I think he has truly gotten better week in, week out, each week. And the fact that he just cares so much, right, can lead to the growth and all that. But also, sometimes you got to be there with him. Let him know, hey, man, it's all right to make a mistake. And I think he's done a great job of understanding that. He is the hardest person on himself by far. And I think early in the season, if he made a mistake or two, he got on himself hard. And I think he's done a great job understanding, that's going to happen. Nobody's going to grade out perfect or anything like that. And he's playing fast, and he's playing free, he's playing aggressive. He's playing within the scheme. He's not just going, rogue on anything. And I love his development right now.
How rewarding is it as a coach to watch that?
It's why you do it. It's why you do it. It's awesome to see somebody that cares so much and go through maybe some ebbs and flows, but then all of a sudden they hit some consistency of constantly getting better, and you see them build that confidence, and you're just so happy for that, and that's why you do it, 100%.
Thanks.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
But the jacket.